fuck is they talking about? I am your host, Michael the Librarian, and I am here with Conspiracy.
Hi.
Today, we are going to talk about a few topics that's hit the headlines. And we're also going to touch on something that truly deserves more scrutiny, more time under the microscope. Uh First I got a question. Have you been seeing where India Arie has, uh been sparking some conversation?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, what I heard she said was, music is more important than. I hear a lot of cars back there. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I'm outside. That's not gonna be in the recorder. I'm gonna get that out. Don't worry.
okay, but she was saying that, uh, music is a lot deeper than that, and what you listen to has an effect and stuff like that. And she was like, "Well, that's what I believe, but if you don't think that, then just have fun, I guess." But she's definitely telling the truth. People coming at her head saying she a hater, and it's like, no, she's just telling the truth. And it's basically just like Divine Feminine versus Jezebel. And I never liked that music, ever. Because I understand the frequency of the music. I don't listen to rap, uh, no bang bang, shoot 'em up. And I don't listen to horror music because, no. And just like we talked about a couple episodes ago, it's like I've never seen this many like horrors outside, and then everybody just be okay with it with no shame. And I'm like, it's the music, because the music is what the people look up to, or those people is what people look up to. And those are the mainstream people. People don't even understand that those white people are in charge of it. And white people get a diverse set of music, but when it comes to black people they want to put out there, they always want to put out black people that just want to talk about killing each other, and black people that just want to talk about humping on a nigga and the next nigga. And then I just want, to be a whore. And it's like, if I'm listening to music, it's not going to be mainstream, because that has an effect on like the culture and the direction that we go in. And who said that? Somebody said this. They said, if you want to know I think it was an Asian man, if you want to know the where a culture is, just listen to its music. Or if you want to know the frequency of a specific, I don't know, I have to look it up, but he said just listen to the music. And I'm just like, yeah, that's so true. But let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, it's interesting because
He said, it was I'm sorry, it's how you say it is Confucius,
yeah, Confucius.
Chinese philosopher. If one should desire to know whether a kingdom is well governed, if its morals are good or bad, the quality of its music will furnish the answer.
That's a Confucius quote.
Yep,
That's interesting.
yep. But, but
I would say that I appreciated her perspective, and I'm glad it sparked conversation.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm I expected. I'm not surprised by the majority of the reaction to it. Most motherfuckers are saying shut the fuck up. It's art, or
It's
you
not art.
know, they're speaking from their experience. She's speaking from her experience from where she grew up at, and things of that nature. But I think that the one reaction I really like disappointed me the most, and I just really thought these niggas was clowns. And I watched a video where allegedly the niggas who produced the song, they then took her lyrics and put it over a India Arie beat. And I'm just like, y'all niggas is goofy. It's fuck. Like, the fuck is wrong with you niggas, man?
Start beef with a divine feminine is crazy. Like, stay in your lane, you know. Go beef with, more a horse, or like go beef with, Drake or somebody. Like, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah, I was really disappointed to see these niggas on here, like, and they was yucking it up. I'm like, you goofy ass niggas, like,
that's just ghetto.
it's fuck. And it's just like, nah, I just, it's just the filth that niggas need to get the fuck up off of themselves. It's and I'm not. I would be frauding if I sat here and act like I don't listen to some bullshit. Let's just feel like that.
You
Be
know what's
listening.
wild?
I listen to some bullshit sometimes.
It's wild that you said that the people would say she person her based off of her experience, when, to be honest, mostly niggas, a lot of niggas be writing they stuff. Like Lil Yachty, when Lil Yachty wrote the one with Cardi B, and it's like that's a whole nigga wrote the song. So then I think, like, nigga, is you gay? But then again, it's just like you can't say that it's from her experience. It's just her brand, because she would be writing her own shit.
It's funny you say that because that relates to something that it brought something up. I was watching a video with a nigga who, cause a nigga wrote, strip clubs and dollar bills. But you, that Rihanna song. Yeah. And that was, and his philosophy behind writing that song was, what would a nigga say? That was his philosophy behind writing the fucking song. So I was saying that yeah, that's relevant to, you know, how it's these niggas writing these fucking songs. How it actually be niggas who be writing these fucking songs that be fucking smash hits and shit like that. And it's like, yeah, these some of these niggas gotta be.
And then when you say it like that, that makes me think about, you know, that conspiracy or whatever, or you know, when we talk about how in the industry everything is inverted, I guess. Cause it's like you thinking that this stuff is coming from a lady, but really you singing the lyrics from a man's mindset. You get what I'm saying? It's two different things. I don't know. But that's definitely something to think about as well, right there.
That's definitely what it is though. That's definitely what it is. Like I like it's wild because she could have she could have still made it a fucking summer hit with the hook being spin that without it being the content that it was. You know, it could have.
I don't even know
It, it,
what it well
what you
consists.
say?
I don't even know what it consists of.
It's the song by Young Miami called "Spin That." You know, she called. I've heard it a couple times. You know, some of the lyrics is scamming ass niggas, this, that, and the third. And so it sounds like, you know, she's telling niggas to go scam, rob bank, do this, that, and the third to get the money and then spend it. And like the song itself is like the beat tough. You know, the hook is cool. It's just what she's singing about. She could have finessed the hook and then completely changed the lyrics of the verses and still had a hit.
I mean, to be honest, I really like to know what about this particular song because people have been talking about the same shit.
I don't know. India Arie said something about it. They both
But
sampled the same beat for the song.
oh,
You know, so there's that relation between the two songs.
okay.
Which is what the niggas did. They took the Young Miami lyrics and put it on the India Arie version of the song that they sampled. Ooh, and now that I think about it, they put it on the wrong act. That's wild because the song was that because I am a queen, I'm not your average girl on the video. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they put it over that beat.
That's my
Hey, my
clown.
clothes, yeah. Hey, I was like, was you even born when? I don't even think you was born when that song came
I
out.
feel like when they get down to the part, no matter what I'm wearing, I will always be sorry.
Yeah,
I was just like,
that song was tough. Yeah, I think I was in like middle school, high school when that came out.
of course, duh. I was like,
No, no, because I
yes.
think I think that song came out in the '90s.
Shh, be quiet.
Tonight is the night that we ride. Dirty camouflage. How much? What? See,
Whatever.
see, my
I
bad,
know, I know the top ones. Dang.
my bad. Weird chop. It's
But
for real.
I was there for that. Ha ha, I was three. Ha ha, I got you, nigga. Got you. I was. Huh.
Ah, that's cool.
I was the one.
That's
Got
cool.
the with me.
That's cool.
Now that I know I'm old enough, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee because I'm sophisticated. Hmm.
So that happened recently. Uh, you know, we got the little kid, the black dude who died while on the boat trip. And I really haven't researched too much into it. I'm waiting for more facts and information to come out about the situation before. There's just really not enough to speak on at this moment, except for apparently, there was a black kid and multiple white kids and
I'm gonna grab a pen so I can be writing down the
okay.
numbers so we can do like the stamps and everything.
Okay. Yeah, right. Uh they all went out on a boat. Three white kids came back. The black kid dead. Body washed up on the shore a couple days later. So we're gonna see what's up with that. But I wanted to bring that up. I didn't want to just ignore that and act as if condolences to the family.
I had seen it's the girl on Threads and she was talking about it. She said, uh, as a black woman who grew up in a southern beach town in Florida with mainly white friends who went on a boat day with said friends who waited until I got dared to jump off the boat to drive back to shore and then all looked like shocked Pikachu when I swam back to shore and collectively went, "Oh, we didn't know you could swim." She said what happened to that sweet boy was not his fault or his parents. The fault lays with whoever hurt him and left him there. Okay, that last part, I don't know about that because we still don't know. But just based off the fact that she just literally said that they said we didn't know you could swim. Like that is attempted murder. Okay, that's crazy. But my thing is, you get dared to jump off and you know you can't swim and you jump off. That just sounds crazy to me. So I don't. I think he probably was already dead because it don't make no sense for you to jump in some damn water when you know you can't swim. Like for nobody, unless
Yeah,
you
that's
don't know
why
how.
you said, yeah, that definitely sounds like some type of fucking reckless endangerment. What the fuck is that? Like, how you trying to get me to swim with the under the idea that I wouldn't be able to swim back? Like, that's some type of intent to do bodily harm. Yeah, attempted harm. That's something. The fuck is that?
I said, as soon as they told me that, I would have been right there. I'm calling the authorities because you just tried
Second,
to kill me.
second thing, it really might have been an accident though. We don't
Uh,
know.
yeah, you don't know at this point,
We
but
it might have been an accident, but I know one thing. After Carmelo, I know he's had to heard about Carmelo Anthony. Ain't no fucking way. But
yeah,
this is where niggas gotta. But this is where niggas gotta be more vigilant at. Ain't no fucking way after Carmelo Anthony. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna feel comfortable being around all these fucking white boys, and I'm the only nigga here. Oh no. I don't listen. I'm all light love and pro humanity, but I ain't stupid, nigga. Fuck is you niggas talking about? Got me fucked up. No. There has to be an equal ratio, my nigga. And I'm not talking about, alright, there's 3 white niggas and then there's two black niggas and 1 black female. Nah, nigga. There's 3 white niggas. There's gonna be 3 niggas. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah, nah, we ain't playing them games.
My thing,
Mm-mm.
I never understood I haven't
Mm-mm.
understood the want
Mm-mm.
to even just want to be around them like that. I don't get it. I'll never understand that. It's even just like I worked like 2 years ago. I worked at Domino's out past like it was like Western Carolina, and it was just white people everywhere. And I just like I couldn't I couldn't understand like it's just so much of a difference between us two, and it's just like I never not that I didn't feel comfortable, but it's just different. Like, and then for people to willingly do that outside of working, it's crazy. I don't get it. I don't know. I just don't understand. I don't know.
Listen, listen. I don't get it either because it's like I've worked around. Like when I first came home from upstate, the only thing that I could get was fucking kitchen jobs. Like the first couple years, I couldn't get shit but kitchen jobs. I was like either washing dishes or I was fucking cooking,
Mhm.
and mostly along the North Shore of Pittsburgh. Let me tell you something. Them fucking white boys, man. It is a constant like they just make like
They be trying to be
gay
like,
jokes with each other all fucking day.
you said getting jokes?
No, gay jokes.
No.
No. I'm for real. Like when you and then like when you sit there and you listen to their conversation, like like they have this darkness with them.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is sexual in nature. Like them niggas, and it's been from me being in multiple different kitchens around different sets of fucking white boys. You know, like I agree with what you're saying. Like, what is the fascination? Of wanting to be around them niggas because there's just how
Yeah, we don't
what
have anything common.
for and I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning, I got caught up. I was amused by certain shit that I was seeing on social media, and niggas would be like, "Oh yeah, such and so is invited to the cookout. This person is invited to the." Yeah, I was amused by it for a second, but then it's like I don't want them niggas at my fucking cookout because at the because at the, because it's like them niggas got some shit with them. Like that's why yeah, I mean I like they got some shit with them. That's why I'm not saying like they got too many Jeffrey Dahmers
Yeah.
and Ted Bundys. And Wayne Gacy's and niggas like that. There's not to say like, you know, niggas ain't there ain't black examples of that, but those are that's what I'm talking about though. Like that's really like And it just seems like most white boys just control it.
Hmm.
But they seem to be genetically predisposed to some wild shit.
I mean,
Like
my thing
wild shit.
is,
That's why them is the only niggas for real who really still like to eat their meat raw.
I was talking to my mom the other day, and
Niggas is goddamn cannibals.
I don't really, I forgot what we was talking about. I don't really like white people like that. And then she started talking about how, God made everybody. And I was like, I don't think that, I said, I actually don't even think that matters or God really made people because I don't know because it's just something different. It's like you think that you're supposed to get along with people who used to eat you and like make you into couches and stuff like that. And she just saying God made everybody, and I'm like, I don't think He made those creatures. Like, I mean, honestly, like obviously God made everything, but I was like, if I had to lean more towards something, I would think that they was kind of like Satan's children, like literally. And it's like, you said something predisposed like DNA, like we still like we're past everything about slavery stuff like that, but we still have to understand they still got the same DNA. Like that's the same DNA. They just they just can't walk around doing what they want to do now. But like, yeah, just like we have to think about how we got out of the situation, but even we still have the same DNA as like the slaves, or the situations that they used to be in. We have this attachment issues and these abandonment issues, and it didn't start with our daddies leaving. Like those wounds are deep. Like for back then, they was getting separated from their families, whatnot. This shit still lives within us.
I think I'm gonna push back a little bit on that.
Okay.
Instead of you saying daddy's leaving, I think you should just say up the breaking of the black household.
I mean, regardless,
Because
either way, it's still the same idea. So we can use either one. It didn't just start with that. We started before that. Not
this
really
is
push.
what I want to this is what I want to fucking know, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you telling me that on each plantation, and this is where I feel where Kanye was fucking talking about when he said slavery was a fucking choice, because you trying to tell me that on each and every single plantation, you telling me niggas didn't outnumber the white niggas on the plantation?
Uh, I mean, we have to come to the conclusion that they probably.
Slavery was a fucking choice.
That's what I said the last time. I said
Oh
saying
man.
wasn't a choice. Y'all could have beat that nigga upside the head. Like y'all could have easily did some shit. And people be like, "Oh well, we didn't have guns or nothing." Nigga, one gun ain't gonna stop. Two guns ain't gonna stop two niggas from getting ran over and beat the fuck up by
At all. And
100
at
people.
that time, they had them dumbass fucking, no, they might have been past the muzzle loaders.
But even still, like, there's not
No, they
possible.
might have still been shooting with the fucking dumbass muzzle loaders, man. They could have beat them niggas the fuck up, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like like either my thing is like we had to be getting paid, bro. There had to be money involved. It's like they just sit here and just be lying. And every time we ask where we came from, they want to say, "Oh yeah, you started slavery." Like what? Like that's some mental shit. That's just I don't know, bro. I don't care. I don't got time for them. They just be lying. And it's like niggas really just be so
But
at it
see, but see, but see,
with
but see,
with
but
just
see.
taking whatever they
Oh,
been told. Like, and they don't even
but
think
see,
about it. Like, no, that's wrong. Like, we're from Africa. Like, we were slaves. Like, why do you want to be a slave so bad?
You know what? This is interesting because now this opens up a whole fucking another Pandora's box and another can of worms. Because now, if you really consciously look at slavery and feel it was a choice, then like from my understanding, I had looked at the breaking up the black family, uh because of the black woman decided to take the white man's money. But then I gotta keep it all the way to fuck 100. Ain't no fucking way I would have been a slave. We would have been trying to kill these niggas every fucking day. A day. Trying to kill these niggas. We trying to get the we trying to get the fuck away. Ain't no fucking way, my nigga. Ain't listen. Ain't no way. Listen, my nigga. No,
Yeah, my thing is people say that like I couldn't have been a slave back then. Blah blah.
no,
But it's like
no.
how you think you couldn't have been a slave back then, but you think your ancestors did that shit willingly. Like there's no fucking way. Like they was getting paid just like your ass was getting paid. And let me tell you one thing. I forgot who the fuck it was, but I read a story about this slave in like the 1800s, and he was saying that he was working or slaving until he got enough money to buy himself out of slavery. How the fuck do you have to get enough money to buy yourself out of slavery? Unless you was
Be,
getting
be,
paid.
because because there were some who were considered indentured servants
No, he
or
said if you talking
no.
about
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They wasn't slaves. They were indentured servants, and then some were also
but sir, so
sharecroppers.
if you're saying that I made enough money to buy myself out of slavery, that's what he said. I'm buying myself out of slavery. You can't use those choice of words if that's the case.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that refers to an indentured servant, right? Because a slave cannot possibly buy himself out of slavery, but an indentured servant it's like a contract, and you can buy yourself out of it. Yeah.
Saying is you keep changing the wording. It's like if he used that wording, then how do
Oh
we
no,
know
I agree with you.
that
Yes.
the same
Yeah.
wording
Right.
is not being used for now? Like, oh, we were
Right.
slaves. He used slaves. I'm buying myself out of slavery. If we say I'm buying myself out of slavery, that's just
You can't do it.
yeah. It's like no. So that points towards the fact that yeah, we might be using or might be seeing slavery in a way that is not actually because if that's the case, we can look at that and be like, oh, they might not have been actual slaves. They might have just been indentured service since he wanted to throw that word around all willy nilly. Like,
Hey, but you know what though? But here's the wild fucking thing about it. Now that we looking at it from this perspective, we still doing it to ourselves. We still putting ourselves up for fucking slave trade with the NBA and the NFL. That that's a modern day slave trade,
I mean,
slave auction. They they
like,
they got they got them niggas standing all lined up, nothing but drawers, no socks or nothing. Nothing but boxers printing on them, Look,
no, like
trying
he use it.
squeezing cheeks and shit, looking at teeth, asking dumbass questions. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out which specimen they want for their fucking sports team.
Yeah, I get that. It's like the same thing all around though. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's like with music too. Like
Mm-hmm.
people be like, "Oh, I sold my soul." Like nigga, yeah, because you're a slave now. Yeah, yeah. You got to do whatever they tell you to do. And these bitches be out here butt ass naked, be getting passed and traded. I don't know how many times to different people and producers and labels and I don't know. They all do some weird freaky shit. But then it don't stop there because we got our bosses, our white people, that tell us what the fuck to do. as long as somebody got more money, the niggas always gonna, jump. So we still slaves. We talked about that already in every aspect.
We are, and the general mass consensus of the black consciousness is to continue to perpetuate slave mentality. It's interesting.
Been telling niggas to stop going to work. They're like, what the fuck we gonna do? Nigga, go to the country. They just want to be like that. I was like, I was talking to my mama too the other day, and I was like, America's the worst place to be. It's like you can go to fucking Penang, Malaysia, and pay $2,000 for a whole year to stay in an apartment, and we still here. Like, nigga, we choose to struggle and then complain about struggling every day.
But hold on though.
My mama tell me
Right, but
something.
that's 2000. But that's 2000 in American money.
No, it's
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
I'm talking about
Yeah, it is. Huh?
I'm talking about translated or whatever the hell.
Yeah, the exchange is in American money. I say that to say that I hear everything you're saying, but when you go to these foreign countries, you don't want to be getting paid if you're not bartering or anything of that nature, and your income or your sustenance is currency. You only want to get paid in either USD or the euro. You don't want to get paid in nobody else's currency because everybody else's currency is trash.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or maybe the yen.
That's a good point to bring up for everyone else because I knew that already. But I mean, yeah. Anyways, so my mom.
You ain't gotta be such a smart ass because that's who the podcast is for. Everybody else.
Yeah, everybody else. That's good.
It's for everybody else anyway, so you know that goes without saying.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
But whatever.
Okay, what was Mom Duke saying? What was Mom Duke saying?
Oh, she was just like, "Well, go to Penang." I was like, "You sound. I don't know why you always be sounding like a white person." He says she told me to go somewhere else the other day. I was like, "Why you always doing that?" Like, you sound like a Caucasian. I don't know. And I was like, the thing about Caucasians though is so weird. It's like, go back to Africa and go back to your country. It's like, nigga, you act like you was the first person here. Like, stop. How you gonna say that and we all came here the same time? You just delusional. I don't know. That's it.
It's wild that they tell niggas to go back to their country. Go back to yours.
Right.
Go back to yours. go back to dumbass Europe. Go ahead.
I'm complaining because I was here, but I want you to leave. You go. Go speak European.
Fuck out of here, man. Listen, to me, there ain't no such thing as illegal aliens. The immigrants. There shouldn't be no immigration laws. What I'm saying is there should be there should be some type of, everybody needs to be a documented how do I want to say this? I don't even want to say everybody needs to be documented. I don't want to say that. What I'm saying is everybody should be able to travel freely. Whenever, however, if I decide that I want to get the fuck up, and now I understand there has to be some type of laws. There has to be laws in place, or let's say structure, governance. I don't want to necessarily say laws, but structure, governance. You can't just.
Maybe it's just more the fact that they're trying to keep up with how many people is in that particular country. But I do think that, we should be able to move freely, because, like, who the fuck said that I can't go somewhere else? That's what I want to do. But still, I don't know.
Yeah, I think like maybe everybody, maybe I think there should be uh let's unify all the IDs, make it like a Earth ID. One.
One world government?
Yeah, yeah, I am. Because
Are
because the one world because the one world government is not what people think it is.
you
To
okay?
me, which is a completely different conversation. But the one world government, there's two different perspectives of it. There's a negative and a positive way of it. I choose the positive uh version of it in my reality. So, but
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it's anything wrong with a one world government. I just don't know enough about it to even say yes or no. I think, like I say, when everybody is against something, it's probably
mm-hmm.
best, you know. And everybody be against a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of stuff. But that's how I
Right.
look. Wherever the conscious, wherever everybody else goes who don't think for themselves, you go the other way. That's a hint out there for people who don't know whether they should follow the crowd. You should never follow the crowd. Never.
Yeah, I think that I agree with it should be, one universal ID. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to have like checkpoints between, going from one country to another country, just to verify and confirm that that individual is not wanted for any illegal activity. Other than that, you let a nigga in the fucking country forever long as they want to be. What the fuck?
They want to be able to control the population. They want to be able to know how many people is in here, how many people is there.
But see,
Which
that's
not
the thing.
that,
They
but
already got it with Interpol. They already had that. Interpol is the international police. They already have Interpol. All they got to do is each country take their resources and expand it. That way you can develop one universal ID, so that way everybody can travel freely from wherever they want to fuck to go forever, as long as they want to fucking be there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, traveling is not a privilege. It is a right.
hmm,
The fuck is these niggas talking about? Cause I don't know. So, there's that.
let's go deeper to the one world government. Like what that is. Oh,
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
are you watching the video?
No, that's a white bitch walking past. She want to say you ugly nigger. She just walking any time. She crazy. They. I should leave this on here because it's going to relate to the conversation we're going to have later. Hold on.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay. Um.
So about um the one world government. I don't even want to talk about that shit no more. I ain't gonna hold you. It's like every time we try to talk about that, it just cut off.
No, but we
Like
here with it though.
I'm inspired.
Um. We actually already have a one world government, which is the United Nations.
Yeah. So
The United Nations is already, and it's interesting because the United Nations, which is a one world which is a entity all by itself. It is a international entity that is sets international laws.
Mhm.
Um, it already sets international policies. Um, it's already working with alien species, and it's very interesting because flat earthers. This is kind of off subject, but flat earthers use their their symbol as on one of the cases on why they believe flat Earth is real. But we already have it. United Nations and Interpol. We already have the one world government, quote unquote. It's already there. It's just uh it just doesn't have full authority. It hasn't had it doesn't have in place the what's needed in black and white to to give it the power to do what it can. And but the thing is, but it's already here, and that's what we're moving to, because that's really what we're moving to, a one word now. Some people are going to are going to look at it. People who have fear-based and negative belief systems, they're going to experience the one world government from a dictatorship point of view. They're going to experience it from a negative perspective. Yes, there are some people who are going to, because that's what they choose. They choose to live in a low vibrational frequency of fear and doubt and scarcity. So
It's
that's
interesting
what they're going.
because when
Hmm.
you that says interesting. You said it because when you said that, it made me think about Hitler, right?
And yeah, well, see, Hitler was trying to create a master fucking race, though. He was shut out of his fucking mind. Yeah, he
Do you
had some
know,
shit with him.
did you see what he was saying when they translated his stuff to English?
You know what?
They
I'm gonna
translated it.
keep.
Did you see that?
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
Okay. That's how he started talking about how they're not the real Jews, and he was killing people who wasn't the real Jews. What you think about that?
That the people he was killing wasn't the real Jews.
No, I'm saying what you think about the what he was actually saying compared to what they told us, or the back
Well,
information that they told us when we was actually able to translate it. He was saying that
well,
he was
well.
going
He
off
truly was.
trying to say that they was the Jews when they wasn't.
He really was trying to annihilate them niggas, though. He really was trying to remove them niggas from the face of the planet. And it's not that they should have the term Jew applied to them. It's just that those people are a specific bloodline. They carry specific genetics and DNAs that is part of the alien agenda that they want to keep alive. Which is why, if you do your research, you'll see that um, either before World War I or in between World War I and World War II, Hitler had came across some advanced aircraft technology at that time. And that's because He was working with the aliens. They no, for real. They they
No,
they they they
yeah.
they, they the aliens was first contacted Hitler
Hmm.
because his frequent his vibration of creating a master race drew the aliens to him, because allegedly, these grays, one of the species that's working on the earth is us from the future, because they fucked themselves up, and so they travel back in time to gather genetic material and shit like that.
Yeah, so did you say he was geeked out of his mind? Like, like I'm confused as to whether you was actually silent or it was like, nah, like, or how you would have went about it, or like, I don't know. What's your actual like opinion on the thing, like on the and why? I guess
On what?
because you said he was geeked out of his mind. Like, you think that he just shouldn't have, or like you think that he like you know.
If I shouldn't have used the word term geeked out of his mind.
It was
Um,
around that. I don't know if it was quite geeked out of his mind, but that's how I interpret it. Like he was just nuts, and it's like,
well, I mean, yeah, he was nuts, because just for the simple fact that this nigga was just trying to annihilate people and create a master race. So, so yeah, he was a nut in that regard. Um, but so his frequency of trying to create a master race is what grew the grays to him, and so they started gifting him with aircraft technology. That's when he was making bell-shaped ships and shit like that. But then they realized that the niggas who he was killing off is the niggas that they want. So then that's when the Greys made an agreement with the United States government, and they've been controlling the United States since the 40s, and this is why the United States is so adamant about protecting Israel. This shit ain't got nothing to do with no fucking oil. It's all about protecting the blood, the bloodline that these aliens want. That's all that shit is. This shit ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn oil. It ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn gas. You go ahead and keep believing that bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with that at all. Nothing.
that's interesting.
So, oh, they talk about this in the Voyagers. You slipping?
I know, I believe it because I'm like, how else the fuck did he know this shit? Gotta be,
No, they talk about it in the Voyagers,
gotta be
and
something.
yeah, but I came across it before that too, though, because I was yeah, the Voyagers connected some dots for me, though, for sure it did. But there was some other shit that it taught me some shit that I didn't know, but then it taught me some shit that I already knew, though. But yeah, and so and yeah, and that's why the United States is always in some shit when niggas want to go fucking with Israel. This is why that motherfucker over there, if memory serves me correctly, he has been charged with war crimes against humanity over a fucking year ago, and the president of Israel has still not been arrested. Still hasn't been arrested. He has been convicted of crimes against humanity, and this bitch ass nigga is still over there chilling.
I mean, shit. The U.S. government has been crimes against humanity.
Complicit. Complicit.
Yeah.
Because they know what the fuck this is going on. This is not.
Let me tell you something crazy.
This is spiritual warfare for real. These niggas ain't lying when they say this shit. Like, we are at war.
Let me tell you something real quick.
Yo.
Back in 2019, right? Uh, they had this thing called Event 201, and it was in October of 2019. And this is a place at the Bill it's on the Bill Gates Foundation website. It's called Event 201. And this is a place where they had a meeting, they went through hypotheses or I guess a verbal experiment of what would happen if the world went through a zoonotic coronavirus. So they go and they plan it out and they all discuss from what happens to the beginning to the end. About a year after the coronavirus, after lockdown, they come out with a vaccination that people can get and all this other stuff. Mind you, October 2019, before anybody even mentioned anything about COVID. So we get to the end of 2019. January 1st, I had a disease. It was like the flu. That's all I could really base it off of. But the last time I had a flu was when I was 7, and it didn't feel the same. Just to say that. And then come March, I was sick for about 2 weeks, and I'm like, this is a crazy flu. Then come March, they talk about the COVID and everybody shutting down, and in March, April, May, June, July, August. August was when everything opened back up, right? Then the year come around, shots and everything, whatever the fuck. So I say all that to say, while we was locked up, there was this thing or this court case that was being had with AI intelligence, human trafficking, all this other stuff. And we locked inside and we thinking that this got shit to do with a disease when the whole time this whole court case with, your favorite politicians, one happens to be black, but I'm not gonna say nothing too crazy. You can look up the case number if you want. But they had all this stuff about human trafficking, artificial intelligence, shit like that, and they was all in court during that whole time. And it's like that makes you think, right? What a coincidence, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I never heard nothing about that.
You're in for a treat.
Man, I've never heard nothing about that. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on.
Okay. He always disappearing.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check that. I ain't. Yeah, I gotta look into that. I'm not familiar with that. But one world government is not going to be a bad thing because when you think about it, if we have a one world government, that means niggas ain't gonna be fucking micromanaged. If we have a one world government, that allows us to live as free, sovereign, individual beings that we are. Because we only got one, there's no need to have all of this fucking different policing on different levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just it's going to be redundant and unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? So one world government ain't as bad as niggas try to make it out to be. It's all about your perspective.
Yeah. I got you on it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that, and yeah, and I think that
You know, I was just gonna say, I don't mind. Nothing matter. I don't
yeah,
know. No, I don't know. It don't matter.
my guy has said
I was just gonna say that TikTok. It was just a random thought, and then I just like no.
I mean, we talk our shit on this in this space right here.
I
So
was really just gonna say TikTok really hated me when COVID was out there. They would mute my sounds. And they would restart my stuff and they would tell me I couldn't post and things like that. But and then you know what I think is like actually kind of suspicious?
what's up?
How during COVID they was doing like the fact checks when you was a conspiracy theorist and you was like, this about COVID. They was like, that's not a fact. And then after COVID, all of a sudden there's no more fact checks for anything.
Right. Well, you
What
know what?
the fucking fact checks? I thought that, you can fact check anything. But only when niggas gonna tell you shit about COVID, that's when it matters. Like, that's crazy. Nobody thinks about where the fuck the fact checks went.
Right. Yes.
Interesting.
It is. I during COVID, I was Muslim, so I just really didn't go down. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no.
Now you can hear me.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's interesting because during COVID, I was Muslim,
Mhm.
so I didn't go down too many rabbit holes. Like
Okay.
conspiracy theories or anything like that. But I just
Mhm.
already knew like there wasn't no fucking way, man. And then I'm so fucking mad at myself. Like when I don't know what fucking made me do this dumbass shit. When I was fucking upstate, and I never took a fucking flu shot in my motherfucking life. When I was fucking upstate, this is when that H1N1 was going around all fucking dumb. That dumbass bird flu.
Mhm.
This was like in '09. Yeah, like 2009, 2010. Fucking bird flu going around. When I was
Mhm.
upstate at the time, I'm like, oh man, I'm in this confined space with these niggas. That shit get in here. I get the fucking shot. And y'all lie to you not, like, for the first 3 or 4 years of me coming home from upstate, like once a year, I got sick as a mother fucking dog. Like, this is the only time in my life I've ever gotten sick like this. I never got sick like this before, and I haven't got sick since like this. I mean, I did have COVID, but other than that, I haven't had this particular. Hey man, I would get so fucking sick, like a fucking flu or something. Like I couldn't get off the couch for days. I mean, on for days, just couldn't move. And I'm really surprised at how many motherfuckers got that shit though.
Yeah,
But then I'm not. But then I'm not because everybody still go get their motherfucking flu shot every year. Fuck that.
no, but it's different though, cause it's like, bro, y'all really they just said they don't know what to do, and they said that they just gonna put some shit together and y'all gonna put it in you. That's crazy. But people's like, oh yeah, I gotta keep my job or I gotta go to work and stuff. I mean, which is valid, but my thing is to risk your life or your anatomy not knowing what the fuck is gonna do to you. They haven't done enough studying or whatever, and you just put that shit in your brain to keep a job. It's crazy. And that
Right.
was
And it's
I
fuck
realized that's the first fucking split that ever happened is where you was really able to see where everybody's brain was at. Cause y'all
mm-hmm.
ain't slow. Like
Yeah.
y'all ain't thinking
Yeah.
not once. And the crazy thing is, it's like, first of all, I really realized how dependent people was on the government and have the government think for them, because I remember seeing this video of everybody on the plane. They had a mask on the plane. Then somebody, like the flight attendant, announced that the government said that, COVID is officially over, or the lockdown is over, and everybody started screaming and clapping. Everybody took their mask off, screaming and clapping. I'm like, nigga, if the virus was so like deadly and crazy, just because the government announces that it's over, that doesn't mean you take your mask off. Like, nigga, so the government says that, and then all of a sudden nobody else can get sick no more. That was some crazy shit. I was like, y'all are nuts. I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. Like, these are the same niggas that's crying about you standing next to them. These are the same niggas that's crying about everything. And then got nerve to be at a fucking football stadium with their mask on. There's 100,000 quadrillion people in the bitch. Like, he's gone again. It's 100,000 people in this stadium. And
Right.
and everybody has that mask on. They think the mask is gonna protect them. Y'all, this is so deadly, but y'all niggas, I don't know, bruh. Like, I was so disappointed. I'm like, where am I at? Don't nobody think. Can't nobody think for themselves. They just off. And then not too long after that, when Fauci was in court or whatever, he talking about, so I never forced nobody to get the vaccine. It's like, yes, you did. You tell niggas you can't go. Well, you telling niggas they can't go to work or nothing unless they get this vaccine. I know you didn't force it for real, but it's like, bruh, niggas need a job. You know what I'm saying? Niggas need to pay their bills, quote unquote. Like, you force that shit. Low key, I get it. It's like you have free will to do whatever the fuck you want to do, but you knew what the fuck you was doing with these people that can't think. Like, don't try to do that shit now. And then he did say something about, I didn't tell, like, what he said. He said, I don't know. It was something about he knew what was in the vaccine. I don't know. I'm gonna just leave it at the part where he said he didn't force nobody to take it. I think he said,
Well,
go ahead.
COVID-19 was one of the greatest military options ever.
I loved it. Being at home, it's amazing. And then I still go to the store and nobody was outside. I was like, this is a life. I could live like this forever. When everything started opening back up, I was like, damn, everybody outside again. What happened to y'all panicking? What happened to y'all like being scared to be outside? Go back in the house, shit like that.
Yes. Um,
What's happening to your thing? You keep going in and out.
that's me. That's me pausing it. It's cool. It's not a malfunction or anything. But the COVID-19 was one of the greatest military operations in the history of mankind. How is it? That was a goddamn coordinated effort because that motherfucking virus was fucking everywhere. But it's interesting because I went over I went over there I went over to Kenya after COVID. And I had went over to Kenya and got married. And while I was over there, I was having conversation. It didn't seem like nobody in Africa was dying from the shit. And I don't think nobody was taking shots over there either. But it was niggas was over there getting it though. And it's just like, and when I say like, it just don't make no sense because I was in the bushes at Listen, I was in the cut, and for and for them to still, like test positive for COVID and shit like that in the places that was testing positive for, oh, there ain't no goddamn way you ain't gonna tell me that wasn't no coordinated military operation. Ain't no way. No fucking way.
My thing is, I think they exaggerated the numbers very much so. Because if you didn't
I
have
don't
nobody,
think they did.
I
It was
think so.
orchestrated. It was orchestrated to
I mean,
me.
even exaggerated numbers, like not this many people dying as you saying is dying.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. From that perspective, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was orchestrated, and
I
then
heard.
it's like,
I heard them saying niggas would go to the hospital for car accidents, and then they come out with paperwork saying they had COVID.
yeah.
They
It,
not
it it's
like,
but
yeah.
it's
That's a part of
interesting,
vaccines or whatever the fuck they put in people's body. I don't know what the hell that is.
right? But it's interesting because it exposed the mental state of the world and people of this country.
Yeah, that was definitely split.
But to take a different angle on people's mental state, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that I'm noticing is that the majority of the homeless people who I am encountering are people who society would deem to have a mental illness. Something's wrong with them. Schizophrenia, bipolar, shit like that. Personality disorders, things of that nature. And it's fucked up because these people who are diagnosed with these illnesses or diseases or whatever, there's nothing fucking wrong with them. It's the fact that they are tapping into mechanics concerning the reality of our existence that they were never taught to understand. They were never taught how to work with it. All their lives they've been told that they're crazy when they're really not crazy. They're just having a physical 3D experience that most of us is not having. And they're being put in a place in a corner where they're just like being drugged, you know.
To suppress their gifts instead of
Yeah,
actually figure out how to use them. Well, I'm not
yes.
surprised by that because them niggas is definitely like 3D. Like they don't know what to do with that shit because they normal as fuck. They don't have the gifts. But then like you can't just deny anybody's experience like that. I never really like that. That's crazy. I always thought something was off about it. It's like if
Yeah,
this
but
nigga really telling you that he did some shit, how the fuck is you gonna say you're wrong? You're not seeing nothing. just because I don't see it. That don't even make sense. Like,
Listen, listen, hey, listen, 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 listen. Listen. I swear to life from me, I believe this nigga. Did you ever see the video of this little? He has to be about like between 16 and 19 years old, and they got him in a courtroom, and he's standing there in front of the judge, and he's telling the judge like, "Yeah, I shot all of them people in the back of their fucking heads and shit." I don't mean to say it like that, but that's how I talk. I don't mean to sound insensitive to the situation, but he's like, he shot them all in the back of their head, and and his lawyer is like trying to get him to stop talking, and he's looking at him like, "Nah, man, let me say what I gotta say." And then he gets to talking like, "Yo, I see things. I've been seeing things my whole life. I still see things still to this day that terrifies me." That nigga was not lying. He's literally seeing in the parallel realities and in the different dimensions, and that nigga is fucking scared. He's seeing entities and shit where, you know, they get the term demons put on them. They're not demons. These are interdimensional extraterrestrial species that niggas is seeing.
yeah, it's like they're not able to see like that deeply, and it's like they're like the people. I mean, I guess the people that are getting targeted, it looks like a human being, but internally we know the energy like surrounded
Mm-hmm.
it. It's like, yeah, them niggas ain't no good, bro. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, like, yeah, yeah, like
But
you're seeing them. You're obviously seeing them in their actual form. You know what I'm
form,
saying?
yeah. But you know, I'm saying that to say like people are really seeing shit, and they're seeing these things and having these things in a society that treats these things as if it's woo woo, or as if that person is crazy, you know, or as if something is wrong with that individual.
They
Instead of looking at that person and saying, "Yo, you are gifted." What needs to happen is that all of these individuals need to be put in one fucking place, right? But it needs to be a place where they are not drugged. It needs to be a place. The whole mental health industry needs to be completely changed, because instead of these individuals being treated as if something is wrong with them, they need to be treated as if they are having a spiritual, do I want to, a metaphysical experience. There's a better term for it, but
I got you. They need to be treated like
the
the the gifted.
yeah,
Teach
yeah,
them.
like a
How,
fucking X-Men, like X-Men, like the school for, but I don't want to put them like fucking mutants, because there's not, because everybody is possible for everybody to exhibit these particular gifts and have these experiences as well. But these people are really like really tapped in, and they just haven't been taught how to deal with it properly.
they have this thing called demon face syndrome, and basically, they describe it as you have demon face syndrome when you see people and their face shape shifts and looks like demons. Okay. Just
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
it's like they'll see people's faces like this. I looked it up. You'll see that instead of actually seeing somebody's face like this, and they call it demon face syndrome. If you see people that look like this,
Yeah,
they say you have demon face syndrome.
that
Like,
individual has demon face syndrome.
No, the person who sees like who the person who sees this distorted person like that, they call it demon face syndrome.
Okay.
But they see people distorted faces.
I seen somebody who looked like that recently. So
No,
I would have demon face syndrome.
no, I think that is more of an occurring thing as opposed to, or I like, cause my thing is I think niggas probably do look like that shit. But I'm saying like if you have a consistent thing.
No, you know what? You know what? I wonder if cause I recorded it when I first got here to Denver. I was fucking I was helping feeding the homeless first day here, and I watched the nigga. He looked just like that, yo. And I watched, and I'm sitting there watching him. I watched him crack the beer, and I watched him open it, and I watched him drink it, and I watched him sip it. And the way he like he had that face, and just like the way he moved, I'm like, that nigga sure enough look like a goddamn lizard drinking a fucking beer on this park bench.
Yeah,
There's no real rat.
to be honest, it's like I think there's a difference between actually changing, like your distortion being changed, and actually being able to read people's body movements and language and stuff like that. I haven't seen nobody face shape shift, but I definitely looked at people like they was goddamn off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Listen, I ain't even gonna, when I first got here. When I first got here, and I'm a and I'm a personally try to find a picture because I've seen pictures of this. Listen, when I first got here, man, I'm walking downtown, and there's this black woman standing there with her luggage and all that. And that's listen, I'm like, there's no fucking way she's human because like her skin complexion was a chocolate I've never seen with these bluish, grayish eyes. It was, and they weren't contacts. And I'm like, I walked away. I'm like, yeah, there's no way. There's
Yeah.
no way, no way.
I think, to be honest, I think that it's like broad. It's a broad spectrum of what things that aren't humans could actually be. Like it could be an angel, it could be a demon, it could be an alien, it could be a extraterrestrial being. Like there's so much shit that somebody could actually be with human flesh. It's like, and and when you brought up the thing about race too, like you look at white people and you like, oh yeah, them niggas are demons, but it's like demons come in every shape, race, gender. Demons can use anything as well, any host, whatever color or whatever. So you can't just say just because everybody black that like
What you're saying is true, but they're still genetically predisposed to do that shit. Just like sloths are genetically predisposed to move slow as fuck.
okay, I get what you
White
say,
people.
and like I don't like. Let me finish the thought, please. I appreciate it. Just go ahead. Just go. Cause to be honest, it's done. I don't even know no more. But I get what you're saying though. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying when it's about the white people. Like I'm not letting them niggas off the hook. I'm just saying, like, just cause like, if we say that white people is demons, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, the predisposition is kind of like, I get that, cause it's like more than likely, I feel like, yeah, they, like, if I look at one of them, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you up to no good regardless. But like, I'm talking about, you you can't think that, just like, say for instance, if you did think that white people was all demons, you can't look at people of other races and think that ain't none of them demons. You get what I'm saying? Or, ain't nothing good or bad, or is or good comes with a particular race, or a certain species come with a particular race, or whatever. Or like, if it is a certain species, say for instance, if there's aliens, or if there's mermaids, or stuff like that, just because you see mermaids don't mean all the mermaids gonna be good, and just because there's aliens don't mean all the aliens is gonna be like bad or good. You get what I'm saying? Within every species there's a good and bad within every species, just like there is with humans. If you get what I'm saying. Like, you can't just call all of the fucking aliens like, oh, they're out to get us and they're gonna cause us harm. That's not true. That's not true with any species. You have polar opposites of everything that you encounter with. It's gonna be good, so it's gonna be bad. So I'm like, even just like, we talk about the shape shifting, or like the lady. I think I've seen people that I could say, that person isn't human, but there's a aura that's more, benevolent, other than, something you could tell is energetically, what is it, malevolent? I don't know. The opposite.
Yeah, but with that being said, I don't want to get I don't want it to get lost on how important it is that we start treating people with who are treated or diagnosed with having some type of mental situation. They need to be treated completely differently, because
Yeah,
there's absolutely nothing wrong with them.
that would have to start with us. There's no kind of petition or protest we can get to get the people that think they're doing the right thing to do it. Like, we would have to put ourselves in positions like that. Like, people like us, we would have to. There has to be, like, because you said we need to wipe everything away, and it's like, no, those people are probably gonna continue doing what they're doing. Like, people who understand it better just have to step in and create their own, things, like facilities or whatever, for the better, and not for like monetary gain, whatever, acting like you trying to help.
Yeah.
Like, I always said I wanted like a rehab facility, because I think most of those people, more than, like, if you're addicted to drugs or you're addicted to alcohol, it seems like a way for you to escape, and it could have to do with trauma. But I think a lot of the times, anybody who's suicidal or anything, I think that they just are, you know, empathetic or deeply sensitive or intuitive, and they really don't know how to deal with those types of things being here, and nobody's there to help them, or they just want to write them off and say that they got a problem. So then they turn to an addiction or whatever. So I'm like, if we really treated people who have like rehab or addictions, like, get down to the root cause of the situation, which is probably having, like I said, like, being empathetic, then, you know, people would be better off that way. And it's like, you're not addicted to some shit for no reason. Like, you can't tell me you're out here trying to escape that fucking hard to the point where you might kill yourself and you just don't give a fuck. Like, that's suicide. You being addicted to shit is not good for you to that point. It's like, you're suicidal. And why are you suicidal?
Yeah, I agree with that. It's they got to be treated differently. It's but it's like we don't I don't even think that I don't even believe. Yes. It has, yes, you're right. It starts with with people like us who have this type of awareness and understanding. It takes for people like us to be in those places, in the homeless shelters, in the psychiatric ward, the mental hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The rehab centers. You know what I'm saying? Like we need uh people who understands this in those places. Once we start getting once we once we start getting the right people in those places, then you know we'll see some change. It would just, same thing with the black community. Ain't shit going to change until the black community start teaching their sons and their daughters how to study tax law, corporate law, civil law, international law, how to be judges, teachers, doctors, lawyers, instead of, always the fucking athlete. Because the issue is that our athletes is making all of this fucking money and they don't use their fucking platform. Nobody is saying you owe us anything by giving some fucking money, nigga. But you can do a lot for the black community by opening your fucking mouth. You can do a lot for the black community by not being a bitch ass nigga and not saying shit. Not saying shit is making you complicit. It's the same as the one the nigga who did the shit, nigga.
They ain't saying that because they ain't gonna get paid no more.
But fuck that. But you already there though.
But
Like,
you still
well,
getting money.
well, you already there. Like, come on. You really think they'd be able to fucking cancel LeBron James?
That's why I said them white people is their friends now. They don't give a fuck about you, no matter, regardless if you want to think that or not. Just because they black, they not they rich. They ain't black. They rich. You're not black. You're poor.
But it's like you don't have to give up all. You don't have to give up not a fucking dime to make a change.
No, they
The
want to
fuck.
make that money though. They just want more money.
The fuck, but that's what I'm saying. They can still have all the money and make a fucking change.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying like if you talk too much or if you help too much, they gonna get cut off, and they care about them having more money than they care about helping to that extent. They don't give a fuck. They good. They set. They don't see collective as a collective. They see they family and they friend, they rich friends, and that's it. Like they don't care. Michael Jackson said it, bro.
This is the dumbest shit. Black people are the only race where its leaders are fucking entertainers. Entertainers. Either athletes, actors, rappers, singers. Our leaders are fucking tap dancing.
I don't know, bro. Because if
It's a
no,
goddamn shame.
because if you wanted to be the NAA, well, not NAACP, but like if you wanted to be the Black Panthers, it's like don't nobody give a fuck about you. Like they don't care about what the hell you doing. But if you shaking ass, then yeah, the leaders is it's the thing that makes people the leader is the audience that follows. And sad to say, but the audience that follows wants entertainment. They don't want no real leaders.
No, they just want people who gonna play a blind eye to their bullshit.
Yeah, like they don't want to India Arie. They wanna shake some ass. And then niggas get up and say something, they be quick to be like, "Bitch, you're fucking jealous, and you stupid." Like, no,
Hey,
I
but you know what's so funny though?
natural hair. Like, bitch, you're fucking jealous that you can't afford a lace front. Like, bitch, shut up. What do you mean? Never mind. That's why nobody want to talk to them.
India Arie got some shit you could a shorty could shake her ass to though. She got some shit. So it's like,
I don't know if
the
I'm getting
fuck is really going on though?
up on mistake,
What's
man.
really going on though?
Yeah, that's crazy though, cause
But
you're right.
again,
Cause you could shake your ass to stuff without the crazy lyrics, bro. Like she ain't even say it's something wrong with shaking ass. She just said, bro, the lyrics is crazy, which is
yeah, for
true.
real.
She didn't say
Yeah, it ain't.
nothing. She just said, bruh, pay attention to
Yeah,
what you're listening to.
yeah, for real. Cause yeah, that thing can be shaped to some shit. For sure. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the lyrics ain't always gotta be crazy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, shit, as long as the beat good for real.
100%. That's all you need. Belly dancers don't. There is no. All you hear is the fucking whatever the fuck that.
Like, y'all not gonna be able to convince me that you need
For
some
real.
lyrics to shake your ass because we see with no words at all.
Belly dancers be getting it popping. I'm gonna have to go somewhere and see that live in live in person one day.
You freaked out.
What you? I ain't, I ain't say the strip club. I just said go see some belly dancers.
I'm
That'd
just,
be a nice experience.
I'm just playing.
But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week's episode. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening. I ask that y'all please like, subscribe, share the content. Um, I know things is still a little rough right now, but I'm getting it together. We getting it together. I just things are still settling and getting in place, but we about to turn this shit up because thank you.
It's
Appreciate
growing.
you. It is.
I can't wait till like 6 months down the line so you can get your.
Yes. Yo, listen.
Pay for them.
Hey yo, that is crazy. That hairstyle. I was it's funny you said that because I was just looking at like some native African you had me cracking up the other day. Cause I was looking at some native African pictures. And that was the hairstyle, but it's the women. They got the braids going from the back to the front, and then they got the little the shells, the Kyrie shells, the little white shells at the end of them.
I mean, shit, I'm trying to tell you.
With the bang, like that shit is crazy.
I'm trying to tell you. You don't know. You don't know fashion. But hey, just do your
No,
thing.
I'm not. I never been
I
a
had it for so long. I wouldn't expect it. I'm trying to put you on.
no. I've always been a plain neutral, never too loud.
Hey,
Stylish, cool, collect without drawing too much attention to myself. You know what I'm saying?
you think people gonna be looking at you like, look at that
Never
nigga,
been a flashy nigga.
that nigga with the cornrows from the back to the front with that
Yeah, that is
wave.
crazy.
You scared of getting roasted.
That is crazy for sure. N- Niggas is gonna get roasted for that.
Yeah, I feel you then. You're gonna find something. I'll let you know is that if you get them, I spend that. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, she's fun. I heard you. I heard you. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, tuning in. We working. I'm trying to get some more people on, more guests, talk about some more shit, expand to more days. And yeah, we working. We working because I be looking at, across the landscape, and I still like niggas is having like, I'm not saying niggas ain't having the right conversations, but they just so fucking surface level with it though. You know what I'm saying? It's like niggas, you can tell it's almost more like they having a conversation more for content than they are opposed to like actually trying to come up with some type of solutions, you know what I'm saying, and changing mindsets like that so we can move forward.
I get what you're saying. To be honest, like it could be that, or it's a possibility that niggas ain't really that tapped in, and that's fine too. I think that for the most part, we just focus on what the hell we got going on.
That's how about
Leave them what they got to do, because I mean, shit.
yeah,
Everybody doing is what's beneficial for their part. So it's whatever.
yeah,
Like fuck it.
yeah. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that.
We just gotta
I
up
hear
it.
that. Yeah, but because we definitely ain't for the niggas who just like, it ain't even, don't even care if you disagree. I like the disagreement. You know, the respectful discourse. That's fine. But it's like, mm, over here we just trying to really address the issue and look at it for what it is.
I wouldn't like to call it like I wouldn't want our reasoning to be because niggas ain't really talking about the shit we supposed to be talking about. We need a different reason. Cause that ain't really
Right.
the reason. You
No,
feel
that's really not the reason. But I'm just saying though, I just realized like how important our our mission is, how important this platform is, because there is, is this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show how important it is that we continue to have these conversations and ruffle some fucking feathers and get people upset and pissed the fuck off. Looking at me sad like, the fuck is this nigga talking about?
you could do that part. I'm willing to be sweet.
I mean, yeah, that too.
Like always.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Deuces.
Stay in pursuit of anything that you don't that brings you joy. You're supposed to say your part. You didn't say your part.
To the next episode.
No, you're supposed to say stay in pursuit of whatever.
I I keep letting you. This is, we did this last time, woman. You
No,
said
but
it.
no, but
I would.
my ours ain't the same though. I'm gonna say my
Oh,
part. You
oh, all right. Okay, that's how we rocking now. Okay, all right. I was letting you stay in pursuit of the end of anything that keeps you from being your authentic self. To the next episode.